choose. Four two seven. We'll go 427s. That's so cool. I like that so much. Did those really get? I put one number, right? These have to stay together. Highlight.
Oh, that was on. Highlight. Sorry. I was messing with the voice changer earlier, trying to get it right. Uh I looked down at my mic audio and I just noticed it's so loud. I'm just like, oh god. Quick question actually for you since you're sitting in here. Can you hear how much of the keyboard do you hear currently? I'm trying to see how loud it is while I'm talking. Put in. So that's not the mouse, that's my keyboard. Mechanical keyboard, so it's very loud. Yeah, I mean, if I do this, it sounds a little bit okay. Um, I was looking through some of the VODs and I noticed how loud it is. Bothers me. Here it, oh, the filter held. I did. Yeah, it still held. Um, hmm. If I don't talk, do you hear it? I'm currently typing. Okay, cool. Great. Before I know it was getting picked up quite a bit. That is super nice because uh you weren't around for the evening stream. Um there is a plus one more to the storyline already and gonna see if we can't make it plus two today. Or potentially, if I can have it can work plus three. Um I am very excited. I have Gareth who Halen has known since his first day in the city. Going to meet up with him.
Is it already going down?
And then potentially Eliza from Epsilon. Does Ish hospital. Changing running gear. Let's see who's either of them's around that I know. Oh. Don't mind the cans. I'm making sure I fully wake up. How's your day been, Light? I also think it's absolutely hilarious. I still think it's funny that I'm calling you Light and not like Opal. If that does bother you, please let me know. That's around. Been okay. I've only been awake for like 2.5 hours, roughly. I did not. My brain has been racing with GTA thoughts, and so I was not able to go to sleep for a very long time last night. So your weekend's like in the middle of the week, or is it kind of a staggered, staggered kind of deal? The weekends were always either staggered or like middle of the week as well, until this current job. Oh, nice. This is my first job that I've, I think, ever had that I do not work weekends on. And not streaming, but the day job. I do, however, work
It's in the lap. It's in the glove box.
or evenings, which can be a little frustrating. That on me. I need to run. Yep. Run that straight back. Kalen's been getting a little too flustered and seems like lax, but he's messing up his
No.
not keeping things where they need to be. Yeah. So as of last night, I have Naya Nashville, a part of information gathering. She's going to be helping out a lot with connecting people. So that big document you've seen before, like the
Okay, well, I'm just saying it's over.
B. Lauren Scott here on. But yeah, Halen needed after Tuesday. I'll say it was Tuesday. He realized, not Tuesday, Monday. God, I can't remember what day it was that he met with Edgar and Brandon. But on that day, he recognized he needs more information gathering, because he's kind of running out of what to do next already. Like where the next step should be. Because right now he's just waiting. He needs people to feed him information so that he can be like, I need this person to go here and this person to go here. Or this place to be raided. Give, you know, in his mind, he's already separated. He has an information gathering area and a like operations. And the thing is, for operations, the operations need to be. It's all stealth. Like he does not want any loud. So if they're just about gunfighting, that's not gonna work. At least not right now. Later it's needed. And you need to build rapport and trust with those people. But as of right now, he does not trust anyone who's been included. And he's gonna have to test them. And so I'm currently trying to think of how to test appropriately. But for that, I need I need like groups to not know each other, not know they work the same thing, so that we can kind of do a test, like a testing exercise. And OOC, I already know, like, fucking Naya has so much knowledge that Halen is missing. Like, so much. It's so good. It's gonna be so nice. Halen doesn't know about, he knows a little bit of the, Crepas being a gang. He doesn't know about guerrillas. He doesn't know about like the other people who were in the West Coast Alliance, or that the West Coast Alliance was a thing. Oh, time to work. Hey.
Yo, how's it going?
Stressful. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I've got quite a bit of free time ahead of me here. Did you want me to come pick you up, or?
Sure, that'll work.
Or
I was literally running to my car because I forgot to take it out when I went to sleep.
I see. Where did you park her? You know.
Sorry, I'm probably gotta go.
Sorry, man, but I'm gonna need you to get in the fucking
okay.
car right now.
Talk.
Yep. Where?
In the back seat. In the back seat. Come on.
Backseat, come on in. Come on.
Come on in, Bella. Come on in.
It's
Get
unlocked.
comfy.
You can just hop right in. Right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
There
you go.
Yeah, we just got a hostage. We're on the way right now.
Fuck yeah, man.
It's like the other side was currently occupied.
Yeah. We'll be there in like ETA 2 minutes. Actually, no, 5 minutes. Yep.
Well,
Hey, hostage, you good?
My car.
relatively.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch. What the hell?
Fuck you. Drive on the right
Hey,
side of the
fuck
road.
you. You drive on the right side of the road.
We were.
You were on the wrong side.
We were on the right side.
You were on the wrong side.
Well,
Left
sorry about
side
that.
is
So we
the
gotta
way-
go.
America.
We gotta
Get
go.
out of here. Get out of here.
Goddamn,
I think he thinks we're in England.
brother. I don't know if I should be driving.
I definitely shouldn't be.
Is Queenie in the car? Yes, she is. She is.
This is a 24/7 or a bank?
It's a 24/7, man. 24/7. Shouldn't take that long, man.
No, just curious.
What's your name?
Halen.
Alien.
Like Van?
Yeah.
Van Halen. I'm more of an Imagine Dragons guy.
That's fine. I don't really listen to a lot of music, so
I'm more of an Olivia Rodrigo kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's the car.
I think you
That's-
overheated it.
that's nice.
I think it's hot.
Super hot, huh?
Hey, hostage, we do this all the time. I know it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah,
We do
yeah,
this all
man.
the
This,
time.
this is the usual, man. It's
It's
just
the rain, man.
it's the rain. Yes, exactly.
I mean, I think this is number 6 or 7 for this. Like, at least doing 24/7. We'll say this is the first time the car's broken down.
Hmm.
I mean, it got
No,
hot.
listen up. Listen up. It got hot. It's just, it was the car. I don't know. Like, I knew when I fucking stole the car, I knew there's something wrong with it. I should not have fucking stolen it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Do you not have a mask on?
No, I don't have a mask on. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Or does he?
Or do I? Well, that's the question.
So how many of these have you guys hit before?
82.
Quite a bit. Figuring you can do about 10 a day. Oh yeah. It's a hot battery.
You touching my battery?
Nope.
Keep your hands off my battery, son.
That's the plan.
All right, guys, we'll get there on time.
Speed limit.
Yeah, we gotta go the speed limit. Can't be acting sus now, can we?
Don't want to attract any negative attention.
Exactly.
Especially
Blend
this
in.
close to BCSO.
Who?
The sheriffs. Deputies, BCSO.
Don't think I know him.
All right, Cuddles. Mm-hmm. All right, brother, come on. Got you. Yep, time to put this on.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good one.
It's a good one, right? Looks
Van
good.
Halen.
I mean, you can also say Wyld. That also works.
I mean, I found it on the ground, like right next to a palm tree.
I
You know,
mean,
I thought it would turn into a nice mask, you know?
mm-hmm.
You can definitely not tell who I am,
I mean, I have no idea.
right? Oh
Mhm.
yeah. So man, what do you do, brother? What do you do around the city?
Sanitation. and
Hmm.
doctor.
Oh, you're a doctor, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How's it been for the doctors nowadays, man? I heard it's not been too good.
I mean, it's not horrible. We
Mm-hmm.
get paid decently, not as much as I think police do, but or EMS, but still good enough. There's just a lot less people in the city recently, and we definitely feel that.
Yeah, I know, man. Especially like in the mornings, I don't see any doctors, and I barely see any people around. You know?
Yeah. Probably starting an hour from right now. After that, it's just me for 2, and then I'm the only one who will come back in the city 2 hours before storm.
Mm, gotcha. Doctor, have you been down in the sewers, by the way?
I haven't. I've never been
Hmm.
had the ability to.
There's like a really cool spot down there where you can like do some really cool operations. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
seems like one of the
Should,
worst
you should
places to
de-
do it.
you should definitely check it out.
I mean,
Probably
I
the
would
best spots.
probably need a
You know, if you
crowbar,
want
which
to
I
do like
don't
if you want
have.
to, yeah, if you want to take somebody under like down there under the table, and you don't want anybody to know about that shit, you know?
Sure.
That's like a really good spot, you know?
Yeah, I would have to figure out where that is and how to get down there. I'm still relatively new to this city, so I have no idea.
You know where Jamestown is? The Jamestown Street.
Yeah.
There's like always a box truck parked over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the sewer entrance is, brother. That's where the sewer
Okay.
entrance is.
I assume it's just a maze down there because what sewer isn't?
That used to be my home.
All right, safe is done. We wait.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Hey Z, by the way, be careful about saying names around Hostages, all right?
Yeah, I realized that. That was me. My B.
Also tell him to stop yelling because I can hear him.
Great vibes. Great vibes. There's gonna be 3 white cards.
I'm
Like,
guessing 10. I'm guessing
just-
10 cards.
I also
10
just
minimum,
heard your
or I'm
name
disappointed.
as he told you to not say names.
Well, what's my name?
Last letter of the alphabet.
Oh yeah, he said Z.
Mm-hmm.
That's my nickname.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Fair.
That's my nickname.
I would have.
man.
I would
That's
have.
not-
I would have gone with that mask, Palm.
You know, that would have been nice, but you know, just sometimes some people are just fucking dumbasses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For job to job, you can always change the nickname.
You know what? I'll just fuck it. I'll just tell you my name. I'm Zebra.
Okay.
Yeah, Zebra. That's my name.
I think I did surgery on you before.
Wait, did you?
Mm-hmm. I had blue hair.
Oh, that's right. You did do my leg surgery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a third leg. Am I wrong?
I didn't look, so
Hmm.
you have a tail?
No. Yeah.
Looks like we're both lucky. Oh, cops are gonna show up.
Yeah, it looks like it's. You know, it's crazy because the cop station's right next door. Right next
Mhm.
door. Nobody gives a fuck.
They're probably all in the city.
Mm-hmm. Nobody cares about the North, man. Nobody fucking cares about the North. It's a wild, wild west out
How
here.
long does it normally take for this safe to open?
5 minutes.
God damn, all right.
The hostage, I've learned it's 5 minutes.
Mm. Hey, I'm telling you, it's not our first job, okay? I'm telling you, it's not our first job. Oh, it's pretty rainy out there.
I can
Yep.
tell.
No sign of the cops. Yeah, probably. So let me ask you a question. Let's
Mhm.
say I lose a hand, right? Let's say I lose a hand.
Sure.
Is it pretty easy to reattach a hand?
Depends on how quickly you get the hand onto ice.
Mm.
If you can get it straight onto ice, you can reattach it for like within an hour to two. Be completely reattached and be completely fine.
Oh no, they got a camera. Look at these fucking reporters. Look at these
Yep.
fucking reporters.
Taken hostage inside. I hope they're okay. Oh my gosh, they're holding a gun at them. I hope they're doing
Hey, what are y'all doing, huh? What are y'all doing here?
We're just doing a report.
Huh?
We're doing a report.
Oh, all right.
We want to be
I cannot do an interview right now. No. Can't you see I'm robbing the joint? Oh, look, there's people behind you. Interview them. Interview them.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'd laugh if they were getting get held up by those people, because that would be just hilarious.
Ideal. That would be perfect.
But yeah, you have about 2 hours. Reattach it with no issues. After that, it starts getting harder. But still
let's
doable.
Let's say I just lose the hand. I'm not able to find it.
Prosthetics
my
are pretty
options then?
good.
Good? We good? We good?
We're good here.
Hi, brother.
All right.
Hey, you got a lockpick?
I don't, but you're good. I'll call a friend.
All right. Hell yeah. Take care, brother.
Yep, you too.
You, where are you?
Sandy.
Ping 278.
(24/7) next to BCSO.
Actually, I want to try something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to go into your Goober app, right? Go in it as a customer. This is gonna, I'm gonna pay you whatever this costs.
Can I
right?
interview you?
In a second, yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
Just
You
someone's
getting
asking.
taken hostage again?
No, I don't know. News. All right. So I have this, and I have a drop-off location chosen. There we go.
Just select one. I think the one it automatically chooses your current location as the like collection one. I think that's the
All
yellow.
right. I'm gonna book the
I'm not
ride. It's like
mistaken.
707.
Okay, I will give you that in
It's fine.
cash. I
Yeah,
just
don't
want to try
care.
this. Okay.
Searching for Uber drivers.
You're a little too late.
Might take a minute or so. I
was the
tested this
car?
with another friend of mine, and it did
It
work.
was
I just didn't
black?
accept
Black
the
Tesla.
ride offer.
These two people running away, they distracted us. Should we get in my car?
No, not again.
And
Hold
then
on,
this
Sorry,
let's
it's
way-
let's-
very
where did
rare
that
I
black
get the
Tesla go?
opportunity to do something
It
like
went
this.
Yeah.
this way that I'm
Um,
facing.
It
This way.
it
gonna
just
let it
it just
go.
sent it across
If you-
to Sonora, McNulty. It sent it towards Sonora.
That's right.
Good luck. Good luck.
Police
This is
just
the
showed up
hostage
here,
shop.
so
They're a bit late, aren't they?
yeah, a little bit, but it's fine.
Okay,
I'll just meet you
you-
here.
Yeah, you can put down the phone. It will. It just. Yeah, as long as you don't cancel it, I should
Yep.
get it, and I'll be in there.
10-9?
All right, see you soon.
See ya.
Hello.
Hey fam, I just flipped this car involved. I didn't realize it was it, but it landed on my hood. Okay, well, you got taken hostage again. How does this keep
Yeah.
happening?
In all honesty, just wrong place, wrong time.
Okay, well, let me get a statement from you. This sucks.
Yep.
Just, you know what? You can do what I do. I just call myself a victim.
I mean,
I am a victim.
yeah. Let's see. I got picked up right in between, like on Elgin and Innocence, right next to the gas exchange. They said the car was stolen. The one driving had a gun. The other two, so there was 3 total. The other 2 didn't. At least that I could. At least none that they brandished. The one who basically held me up almost looks like a palm tree, like kind of wrapped facial mask with dead leaves on the top of it. That's kind of it. Besides that, they were really just using nicknames. Z, Q.
Okay.
Fortunately, not much else to go off of.
Yeah, that's fine. And obviously it was a black Raiden, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they overheated. They hit someone and then overheated the car on the way here. So
They seem really clumsy.
very.
They just landed on the hood of my car and I flipped them into like the moon. I didn't realize it was
Oh.
them.
Yeah. Oh, they're pretty clumsy.
Have you got someone picking you up?
Yes, I do. I have a friend coming right now. He's trying to see if the Goober app works. I was literally about to meet with him right when I got taken, so.
That sucks. Okay, so do you mind flashing your ID?
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you write your number down on this piece of paper for me?
Of course, there you go.
Thank you. And I know you know this is a step because you told my cadet last time, but do you mind if I just
Go for
check
it.
you, just double check? Thank you. Yeah, you're good. Well, I'm gonna go pretend to breach because I'm sure there's nobody in there, but
Yep, all good.
gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
LSPD, if you're inside, make yourself known. I'm just gonna wait with you until your friend gets here, because no doubt the moment I leave, you're gonna get taken hostage again.
It would be funny. It would be.
It's happened before. We've been to one, like, cash exchange, taken the hostage, taken them to their car, and then they've been picked up immediately and taken to the next door robbery.
That is crazy. All right, here he is.
Yep. Okay. Well,
Thanks
have
again.
a good one.
Dude.
Yeah, you look different.
Yeah. It's been a bit.
Did you cancel the
I didn't.
Uber thing?
So
It's kind of weird it doesn't show up by now.
it's assigned a driver.
What do you mean it's signed a driver?
It said assigned driver 1342. I'm just gonna cancel it.
Shit, that means someone else picked it up.
I canceled it. I got
that
charged.
explains-
I don't care. It's $650. Whatever.
1342 is definitely not me.
Well, I think that's the amount I was going to be paying.
No, I mean the amount that it should show you up front should be the
Oh, okay.
amount you pay. maybe someone else put on like someone else decides
Yeah.
put on that actually works.
Maybe. I mean, gonna.
Let's see money in the glove box.
Yeah, you can keep it. I have $500,000 on me. I really don't care. $500 is nothing.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
I was going
So,
to.
how have things been?
Like I said, a little stressful. Things are starting to move finally, and I got the option of bringing people in.
Okay, and that sounds pretty serious.
Yeah. But how much do you know of what's happening in the city currently?
To be honest with you, not much at all. Like, I'm pretty oblivious to many things going on around me.
Okay. Are your loyalties currently hold in any directions? Besides the
Part of a-
runaways?
Part of a small, small thing. I suppose we've been given the green light to talk about it a bit more with trusted associates.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm part of a small little family here in the city.
Graves.
What?
You joined a family?
I did. Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's a problem. Which family?
I'm not Cyprus, if that's what you're wondering.
No, just...
I don't know. Well, the thing is, it's complicated at the moment. In that it was meant to be a more connected thing. It was meant to be a much larger thing from people outside the city in Liberty. But we've kind of been cut off. It's just a handful of us now. It's hard to say whether we're still part of the larger family or if we're completely on our own. So we kind of have to make things work.
Okay.
I'm probably saying a bit too much by telling you this, but I feel like by this point, if we can't trust each other, then who can we trust?
Just tell me, is it the Leone family?
No,
Good.
I don't. I'll be honest, I've never heard of the Leone family.
Biggest family in Liberty City. Was.
Okay, well, if it allays your fears at all, we were once part of the Sereno family, but have since been disconnected. So, definitely not
Better.
the Leone family.
How,
But it's not a blood in, blood out thing. If you catch my drift, I'm allowed to walk if I feel the need to walk. I'm not
okay.
sworn to. I'm not leaving in a box. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's kind of the biggest fear. Most families, you don't get that option.
Yeah, but I'm also not Italian or of Italian descent, so whether like most families wouldn't even accept me as maid.
Yeah.
So that's not a.
Fair.
Joining a traditional family is not really in the cards for me.
Let's go somewhere a little bit more secluded for a
Yeah.
minute.
Let's
I pinged a
Do you have a spot?
place already. What's currently there?
Ah, right.
Up near
I
the
assumed that was one of
reservoir.
my old pings.
Nah. Ugh. Maybe have a heart attack.
Yeah, you need to take care of yourself, Halen. This lifestyle here is gonna get to you, buddy. I'm worried about you.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about you, and let's just say I think I'm in a better spot right now than you are.
You sound like you know something that is imminently dangerous, shall we say? That's kind of concerning.
Just a little. Here's something brewing, and how much I can tell you is how much you want to be involved. This isn't the same thing. It's not blood in, blood out. It is you join because of the ideal or the outcome. You don't join for, I mean, yeah, it's going up one of these hills on the side over here on our left. Otherwise, some people might come around. Been having to plan shit out a lot lately. Finding spots where no one really sees you is one of my duties. Right here is really good because you get seen from up over the other side.
Should I go to the top of the hill then?
No, we're
okay,
fine.
let's just stand on the car. Because, I'll be honest, I don't have my gun on me.
It's fine. You jump into the car. Someone jumps into the car and we're okay.
Might be murder kitties around here.
Probably. They're not. I haven't actually ran into any recently.
I mean, we saw one on the way up, so.
Sure.
I'm a
But
little
like,
concerned. Fair enough. What are these ideals you're talking about here, Hannah?
well, so the first question that was, where you're being pulled to. I already knew of one other one. I don't know how well that one's gone. With Alice and Phoenix. Then I assumed there was at least one other place that you were being pulled to. I wasn't sure where, but
It's difficult to be on your own in a city like this. I had to make a decision sooner or later.
sure. Completely understand.
Yeah, I figured I'd throw my lot in with someone that needed me rather than someone that would treat me like just another pawn.
Yeah, I very much understand that outlook. Why I am where I am.
Yeah, you've done pretty well for yourself.
Yeah. So, the main part of all of this, of what I've joined, is to take down those who are basically keeping us, the country at large, hostage. Here's some questions. You can think about them and answer them as you'd like.
Sure.
First is, where do all of the illegal goods come from in this city?
I know you've asked this question before.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. To be honest, I haven't had much time to think about it.
Oh.
But if I were to say, I don't think I can. I don't understand enough of how things work here
Okay.
in order to figure it out. I'd say
Another
military surplus. Most
partially.
things come from there.
Next question, which I've asked you too, because I've always been wondering why is, let me check here because I get the names wrong. No, it's really bad me being horrible with names.
I can relate.
Uh, Rufus Madrid, Lester Crest, Yusuf B, Bellic. Why are they allowed to stay in the city?
Look, I'm gonna go out on a.
Make a
Sometimes
guess.
the most reasonable answer is probably the one you think of first. It's just the obvious dumb one. That the cops don't know about them.
And if I tell you the cops do know. Hi, Moogie Kowser. Thanks for the follow.
If
Hopefully
they
you're
did,
enjoying.
surely those areas would be under constant surveillance.
And if they're not? If they know about it.
And
And
they've been told not to.
yeah.
That's the only reasonable explanation.
Exactly. Who told them not to?
The marshals
Who
or the
tells?
Justice Department.
Why is it just them? Marshals in the Justice Department were here long after Nico was in the city. Someone told them before that. Who told them before that?
Probably the ones that brought the city back from its economic crisis that it was in.
Okay.
The collapse.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
what I'm getting here is
Today
that
is
you think
recruitment
someone
day
took
for
power
this. So
after the collapse, and they're the ones that call the shots.
after the collapse or caused the collapse?
I'll be honest, the economic collapse, it never really made much sense to me.
Yeah, it
Like,
doesn't.
how did it happen? Where did it come from? What caused it? No one really knows these answers.
Well, Moogie, if you want to stay around,
It always
you'll
struck me as a bit odd.
learn a little bit more and state your thesis. Hello.
But if there's an explanation for it, that it was all intentionally caused, that makes a great deal more sense.
And I tell you, it has been, and that they're still doing it even now.
I'd ask why.
Well, let me tell you who, if you can't piece together why. FIB.
They're the ones really in charge?
One's controlling everything. Think about it for just a moment. Like you said, you don't know where all of the illegal goods are coming from, correct?
Well, now I think I have an idea.
Where are they coming from?
They're confiscated from elsewhere.
And then brought into the city to be resold.
So what is this? Some money-making operation? Some FIB agent wants to sit pretty in his mansion, beachfront property.
It's not just money, it's power, control. Think about it. What is the FIB meant to do?
Investigate.
And stop crime.
Yeah.
So, if they are given that directive and they can stop crime, that's where everything ends. Right? They stop enough crime and nothing else happens. But if they want to make more money, get more influence and more power, they need more crime to happen.
So you're saying that this situation that everyone in the city finds themselves in is a case of make them sick, sell them the cure.
Yes. And then take the cure away to force them to be more sick. And sell it back to them again, again, and again. All the while being seen as the good guys, as the saviors. Where do police get their equipment from?
I wouldn't be able to answer that. I can only assume, and
Merriweather
again,
and
based
FIB
in-
give you
Yeah.
that.
well, Merriweather is almost certainly military surplus.
Yes.
It's a PMC. I haven't seen anything about them operating here in the city.
They're crates
Those are the crates that.
or Merriweather crates.
Okay.
We've been next to them so often in our sanitation runs.
Okay. Yep. All right. That makes sense.
So, FIB's entire purpose is to control every aspect of this. Your computer parts that you get from Lester get you onto the dark web. Remember how I asked you who controls the dark web? Where does all that Bitcoin go to? Straight into the FIB. They don't have a use for it. But they can definitely make it seem like stuff has value. And isn't it a neat little place to just be like, hey, you know, the police have been stopping you raiding cash exchanges for a little bit. How about we stretch them even thinner and put 24/7s up? Now you can rob them. How about the art asylum or a bank? Just give you more and more things that you can go and do more crime with. Meanwhile, police are still just have the same equipment until about a month later, in which the FIB goes, hey, we have more funding and power. Here's more tools that you can use to stop this. And it stopped for a little bit. And then new things, criminals happen. And the FIB points and goes, look, you gave us stuff and it worked. Now we need more. Thanks, Moogie. Yeah, I'm having to plan the fuck out of all of this. I am super nervous. And
I have two questions.
I have to
the first
do
being,
so much with it. It's gonna be great.
In your mind, from your perspective, what's the end goal of all of this? Where do they see it all ending up? Are they just trying to
Just full control of the
grind
country.
everything down to control it, or
Yeah, they can be as corrupt as they want, and all they do is pay politicians to look the other way. They get everything they want whenever they want, with no repercussions. That's it.
So an entire city under the control of the FIB.
You think it's just this city? Las Venturas, Vice City, Liberty City, Chicago, Seattle, Austin, Atlanta. The list goes on and on.
This, I suppose, leads into my next question. You said this happened before as well. Does that include Sanguine? How does that fit into all of this?
Well, the city was getting too powerful. Too many people were having too much money. They could start buying politicians themselves. Something needed to happen to make it all disappear. They can't have rivals. That's not allowed.
Right. So, Sanguine was basically the wayward lamb in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Need to be brought back into the fold. With force if necessary.
Yes. Why the military got involved.
Yeah, okay. This is making a scary amount of sense. But surely at this point, it's not just a theory, right? You have proof. It's not just some bogeyman that's in charge of all of it. All of it.
Well, I had proof at one point in time.
What happened?
I got caught. Reaching too far into the cookie jar.
Caught by who?
I don't make it too... I don't put it out there too often, but I used to be FIB. I used to run deep covers. Why I freaked out a little bit when you said you joined a family. Most families I know of are in Liberty City or are based off of there. And I helped take down the Leon one.
I think you probably did someone related to my family a favor by doing that, honestly.
Maybe. But no
Not that it matters now.
one knows that I was a part of that. The whole point is I was away when they fell. For all intents and purposes, I am still a part of the Leon family. If anyone ever came calling. But after that, I was put into Las Venturas, ready to start my next cover job. And I was put on the back burner. Too upstart, too full of himself, too righteous, not willing to play ball. So I got desk duty. And I got acquainted with the city, its people, and was asked about a case that had happened 2 years prior. I looked into it, found some discrepancies, requested the firearm from the warehouse. They couldn't find it. Okay, that's weird. Let's get another one from around that same time, see if it was just a batch or if it was something else, clerical errors. Get one from a year ago. Also gone. 6 months. Still there. That's weird. And so I started trying to trace it. You know where all bullet, like, casing data goes into? Fire a shot, bullet and its casing get put into a system. Who controls that system? It's the FIB. They control that system. They make it so that they can go in and just erase the data. Fired this gun in Vice City. It gets taken, confiscated, sent to a warehouse after some time because you got to free up evidence lockers. Once in the warehouse, they take apart the gun, clean it, scratch off the serial numbers, repackage it as parts, and send it on to the next city, where it's reassembled, where you fix another gun and used to commit more crime, to only be grabbed again, rubbed the data again, and sent back off. And I was able to follow that trail of who let those shipping manifests happen, who falsified them, tracked the money. Found out my boss was one of them. My team lead, heavily involved. His manager was involved. And before I could go any further, I was fired. Everything confiscated, my entire life turned upside down.
Seems you stepped on someone's toes.
Yeah, and for doing such an action, they tried to cut off my head. 2 days later, my car exploded as my best friend got into it.
Is this part of the reason why you're here now?
Yes. Everything I had pointed at San Andreas as being the next starting point after its miraculous recovery. With so many people coming into the city, one more might go unnoticed.
It's a ballsy move if you knew their attention was going to be here, and you chose to come here as well.
Well,
You just really want to take him down.
yes. Because if I take them down here, everything falls apart for them. Everything unravels. And I don't just protect the people here in this state, in this city. Protect everyone in this country.
I understand. So the question is, you must have some idea of what you're looking for, where to go next. Right?
I mean, right now, I'm waiting. I don't know what's next. Exactly. I don't know what the next move's going to be. All I can do is set the pieces up for when the other side of the board reveals their hand. And beat them in detail. Go after each little thing, small group. Under the radar, off the books, silent.
How willing are you to get your hands dirty in this, Halen? Because I appreciate the trust that you told me that you used to be former FIB. But that does kind of mean that you were on that side of things for a very long time. And of course, there are going to be concerns about working alongside someone who is pretty skilled at infiltrating groups, and not that I think that you are, but the question can still be raised.
Well, let's say working with the Leones, I've killed 12 people, caught around 70. Since then, I haven't shot anyone. Not held a gun. Wasn't allowed to. I am willing to get my hands filthy for this. Someone has to.
That's all I need to hear.
At the moment, everything we're doing is legal. There are going to be people who have to do some dirty jobs eventually. But I will never ask anyone to do something I also won't be doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed to hear. I did kind of wonder if you would be asking people to do things that might tarnish the reputation that you built up in the city so far. But I'm glad to hear that.
I then have something to show you. Need to head somewhere. Clothing store. Grapeseed's usually far enough away that no one really goes around there for that clothing store. I'm keeping the image. It's handy to have someone who is clean.
I know, technically, I'm still clean, but things can change, you know? And
They can. But I need someone
don't
who
forget
can,
what I said.
who can talk to cops. Because cops are gonna have to get involved in this. They have to. They're half of this entire problem. They're two being used and they need to know. I have built a rapport with a couple of them so that they will at least take me seriously. But I also need the gangs to be able to look at someone and be able to be confident in them. So I have a persona. You're the only one who's gonna learn this, Gareth. You're the person I know the most in this city. You can keep going. GPS is always wrong on Grapeseed.
Fair enough.
I mean, Whisper is...
I always miss this turn off time.
Yeah, I'll tell you when. There is, you'll learn here in a little bit what Whisper actually means. He'll tell Gareth what it means. Here we go, this left turn. Looks pretty accurate now. Whisper has a very specific meaning to Halen. And again, I so wish that Blau was still in this server, and I was able to do this when he, like, right after Breakers passed. I would have locked him in to this with the reason why on who the Whisper is and why he's named that way. Part of it is he wants to be he wants to
You
whisper.
should know one thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Not that. That's not what you should know. If I'm asked by a member of my family about any of this,
Mm-hmm.
I have to be truthful.
Sure.
I'm not allowed to lie to them or omit information to them. That's part of the agreement. But,
To an extent, I assume.
I don't know, and it's not relevant to them. It's not an issue.
This is Whisper.
You're a part-time superhero?
Part-time masked vigilante. This is who you're actually following.
Okay. I understand now. That's what you meant by the persona, the mask.
Yeah.
Halen is the clean one, and here's the other side.
That is exactly it.
Okay, I understand now.
That is the entire point of him. People can speak of him and what he and some of the information that you are given. Because the idea is to make whispers need to spread through the city. Whispers of what's actually happening. And who is in contact with Whisper, so that more information can be gained and given out. So, for the sake of appearances, there is a SIM card in your glove box now. That is how you contact Whisper. When you want to meet up with him, you use
Sorry,
that.
the roads are slippery. Yeah, okay. I assume we're not using payphones.
I use payphones when I need to call someone initially to set up meetings. But for the most part, I have the idea that the this sim, never leaves the apartment.
Your the Whisper sim.
Yes. One that you currently have, 427-0477. It never leaves your apartment again. No
I
one
understand.
knows you have it. Oh, they don't know how you contact the Whisper. That's the whole point. But you can share the information you gain. This is the information brokerage.
All right, I'll keep. I've got a spare phone. I'll keep the SIM card in. And what do you want me to use the SIM card for? To contact you about? I assume anything relating to this.
Yeah, anything related to this, any big piece of news you hear about in the city that is volatile, that you wouldn't want someone being able to grab your personal SIM and read. You put on this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's tied to my name, not yours. But even if for whatever reason someone gets subpoenaed, as long as I don't get subpoenaed for my phone records, everyone else is in the clear. It's not your phone. It's not your SIM. They'd have to raid you, get the SIM, then subpoena the SIM. That's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah. That definitely is. Just to raid an apartment as well.
Yeah. Not a lot of that's gonna happen. Though, thing I'll probably be calling you most about in regards to this is a second pair of hands and eyes, or in some cases, even playing him.
Right. That's gonna take some time, but I'm sure we can set that up pretty nicely. I'm just trying to...
You're good.
Good enough. Yeah. That's gonna take some time, but we can sort that out.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of a rush, but not too much of a rush right now.
A little bit of a rush. How? What's on the agenda?
Well, let's just say the second person I've been in contact with about using Whisper gave me some verifying information. As of yesterday, a nuke came through this city.
What? For who?
I don't know for who. I just know that 2 people were a part of it that Whisper was talking to. They said a high yield explosive was through, and then last night, one of the other informants I have told me it was a nuke. Terrifying, to say the least.
I'm gonna need to wrap my head around that one. There's so many questions of why or how.
Yeah, I can't believe how much
This
this
isn't
is
exactly
causing.
the place you'd be looking to
it's what I
purchase nuclear
wanted.
weapons, so I can only assume that it was either, I mean, as you said, passing through, or maybe if it was discovered, they decided to move it and give the impression that it was passing through.
So my thoughts exactly were, they're decoys. What they have is not a nuke, not even a missile. It just looks like it. Reads like it does. And they will take all the heat off of whoever actually wants the missile.
How did you get that impression?
Who they were trying, who they told?
No, that they were using decoys.
This is what I would do. I'm assuming people are as smart as me, or if not smarter. I'm not going to hand a nuclear weapon to a group of people who I do not trust explicitly. If I say, shoot him, and you point to his teammate, he is going to fire without a second thought.
That's a healthy assumption to have. Not to underestimate anyone.
And you're going to try and give that to potential terrorists? People who've committed felonies? People who've had very little regard and have a history of betraying? And give them a nuke? You have to be not
Doesn't
only
really make sense.
psychopathic, You have to have almost negative IQ.
Or give absolutely zero shits about the consequences.
That's an
Which is
alternative.
difficult in the case of a nuke.
It's a lot of bargaining power you get if you have one. Problem with it is they were able to keep it. They did have one. They decided to keep it. Shit's gonna hit the fan in the city so much harder than it already was about to. You've heard the justices have, or the marshals have pretty much taken over, right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
They're not able to pass any more legislation currently because of the state has deemed Mayor Chavez has called a audit, and the state agreed. Also means no legislation's passing anytime soon until that audit's finished. Means justice and the marshals can keep doing what they want until the audit's finished.
You know, I naively at one point thought that the marshals were there to police the police. But I suppose if handed the authority and they're above everything else, they can choose what they want to focus on. And they've chosen total control. Everyone I've spoken to has said the same thing.
There's a couple who don't want that, don't want the control.
I've heard.
But they're few and far between. And in all honesty, I might be reaching out to a couple. Having people on the inside close to it that can hear it directly might be one of the greatest assets that I could have.
I'm inclined to agree.
I shouldn't say I anymore. That we could have.
Yeah. I mean, if they have the power to choose otherwise and yet still choose to do the right thing, they could be exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of people who will resist the temptation to give in to such things and also make the right decision. And if you can convince them of that, then yeah, exactly what you need.
Yeah. So, this Reddit. Read some of what we talked about. Make it in hushed tones to one or two people. Make it seem like a secret. Make it seem desirable to know.
I think at the end of the day, all you really have to do to get things rolling here is put the FIB in people's mouths. Have them talk about it. Have them think about it.
So, I'm trying to come up with an event of sorts that will get that happening. Get gangs involved in learning. And hoping that they're interested enough that they follow it to an ending. What that would be is there are currently what? 8 different ways of criminals making money in the city or getting deals for dealing with the FIB indirectly. That's weed dealing, chop shop, scrapyard, moonshine, roof running, the sewers, computer parts, and then USB. And it's
Sounds about
bringing
right.
light to all those people, shining a spotlight on them, both metaphorically and literally. With a simple little message for anyone who decides they want to know more. And a part of, oh, either a location or radio channel. And making the groups, all the groups, Hades, Hydra, BBMC, ADMC, Raiders, Saints, SOB, Besties,
Cyprus.
Cyprus. Making them aware, engaging interest from that. If they're interested, they're going to come looking for answers. Questions they've already asked or been asked. And they either join up or they don't. And if they don't, nothing's lost. They go out into the world knowing a little bit more and being a little bit more hesitant. Those that do, this city will change drastically if they do. Can you imagine a city in which cash exchanges don't get robbed? 24/7s don't happen? Roof running stops. Cargo ship doesn't get raided.
I mean, suppose I can, yeah.
Peaceful city. Be a
Would
pretty
be.
boring city for some. So, looking into getting another 1 or 2 people who would be inclined to make things happen. Hold events, hold the city's attention.
Yeah.
Because once we do that, they're going to have to show their faces. They're going to have to instigate. They don't have a choice. Or all of their investments go down the drain.
That would certainly be the case. I imagine the only groups that might give you trouble over this would be the cops themselves. And I think if they did,
If I can tell the cops that by this happening, most crime stops in the city.
it's local.
How many? I mean, I'm whispering to begin with, so
Yeah, so
how many do you think are going to disagree with that?
Let me ask you something, Halen. Do you think that or every single police officer does what they do out of the
No,
good in their hearts?
God, no.
Do you think some of them enjoy hurting people?
Yes. And this
I
is a
think
way
so
of
too.
figuring out who is who.
No, I fully agree with that. I just think that the ones that enjoy the way things are right now, especially the marshals, I mean, you've already identified them as
Yeah.
a
Here's the
threat.
thing:
But
if you can get roughly 70% of any force to not pick up arms, you've won. Doesn't matter what the other 30%. Because if the others, if in a police force, if you can get 70% of the police to go, you know what? This makes sense. If they don't do crime, we don't do anything to them. And they see coworkers going out and trying to instigate, trying to pump up charges to just be spiteful. They're going to get reported. They're going to be hit over the head so hard.
look, Helen, I don't mean to discount what you're saying here, but I have
Yeah, I was
seen
so
from
upset
personal
Coyote
experience
not going. It was just
with my
hurt
old
me so
man.
much.
He was a police officer. That quite often police forces, the reason they are the way that they are is because the others, they will cover for each other. The good ones will cover for the bad ones, therefore making you question whether they're good at all in the first place. And I get where you're coming from. You might have a point, but I do feel it's going to be an uphill battle, especially with the police,
Maybe. I think
where
I'm
they
gonna
will
have a
support
harder
each other out of
time.
principle.
I'm gonna have a harder time with the gangs. Gangs are gonna be way harder to convince than police. Getting BBMC and
knows?
ADMC to work together and not fight each other. BBMC and almost anyone in this city, really.
Look, as far as I understand from Dundee, I think he's up for a good scrap with the cops at any given point in time. Like, that man gives zero fucks.
That man surprisingly gives a lot of fucks. It's just figuring out where those fucks actually are.
I suppose he just what I mean is, you know,
He's a
what I
loose
mean?
cannon.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He will just. He's the crazy homeless man in Vespucci. Okay, he wears a cut, but he's a crazy homeless guy. Yells at clouds, shoots police officers.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
but if this is explained to him like I explained it to you, he is going to say, I was right all along. I knew it. And be on board faster than anyone else that I have talked to about this.
The question is, does he hate cops or does he hate the FIB? Because at this point,
He hates the system.
oh, I know that.
And if the FIB is the system, that's who he'll go after.
Yeah.
It's giving him a direct target. And giving him, not telling him what to do, but hinting at why what we're doing, why the way to go about it needs to be a certain way. And he'll disregard it more often than not. But he's also going to make it very public.
Yeah.
And right now, that ain't so bad.
Yeah, you're right. That isn't. It's a good place to start. He's a difficult man to get hold of, though. I don't know if you know anyone in the BBMC, but they probably wouldn't be willing to talk to you.
I called them once before. As
What they do?
Whisper.
Ask you for guns?
I mean, that's happened too, but as Whisper, I've called him, and he seemed very interested. But I know where they're stationed. I know where they frequent, and a little dead drop with a note attached. Probably all it'll take. He'll at least come and see. He's a curious man, if nothing else. As is most people in this city.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time around, well, I wouldn't say a lot, too much time actually. I spend a chunk of time around ADMC. I couldn't tell you too much about them if I'm being honest, but who knows, they might go for something like this. You already have Shang's number.
Yeah. Is he the one who actually runs ADMC, or is there someone else? Isn't that I actually know who that is?
Their prime minister is someone named Barry.
Oh. Not who I thought it was.
I've met two of their high command, being Shang and Edbert. And I mean, if they have a prime minister, it means they have a vice president or prime minister. I don't know who that is.
Who's Theodora?
I have no idea. I've never met her.
Because I have from my notes, he's the prime minister. Maybe VP. I don't have the exact tweet. Not tweet, but
look,
not
I'm
necessarily.
gonna be honest. I believe their vice president or VP or whatever has been on the lemon list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's a guy. I don't think it's Theodora. Unless Theodora is the one with the shamrock next to their name, because that's what I really remember is VPM and the shamrock. So
well, I have someone else who's going to be starting doing some investigating, so we'll clear that up.
I know. I met a handful of them so far, and I've never met the Theodora. I'm pretty sure okay, so here's what I know about their leader, right?
Hi everyone.
The guy's name is
Welcome.
Barry. He's Australian, and apparently he's quite he's a short king, shall we say. So that's what I'm calling him. He's a short Australian guy.
Oh, I'll probably be able to find out fairly quickly. Call up Shang at the very least, and it's fine if he shows up. It's fine if he and the PM show up.
They are a paranoid group. Bear this in mind.
That's fine.
Pretty much every time I've spoken to one of the members for the first time, they have either threatened to pull a gun on me or actually pulled a gun on me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's me. Like, I'm probably one of the least threatening people ever, but they seem to take that as even more threatening for some reason. So just give me a second.
Yep, you're fine. I almost did that earlier.
It's distracting me.
I'm surprised you lasted this long. I wouldn't have.
I don't want to come across as obsessive.
Too late.
You know, that kind of hurts my feelings, Halen.
Yeah, it hurts it because you know it's true.
Yeah, but you didn't have to say it out loud.
I didn't, you did.
You agreed with me.
Mhm.
It's just as bad.
I gotta support my friend.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. Just willing to admit that much. You're not my therapist, thank God.
I could be.
I could be your therapist.
You could be. In all honesty, I'd
So
probably
we'll
choose a
see how
clown.
Yeah.
Because anything I would say, they would repeat back to someone else, and it would just would seem crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I will, depending upon how you want to go about this, I have a note page going, different than probably what you're used to, that I can eventually share. Hold on for a second. Hi guys, sorry, I just realized that Obsidian has literally been blocking the view for a while. Okay, sorry about that. Had something in my eye that just wouldn't get out. Do I have something that I've been using to take notes and to create a web of sorts.
Okay.
Probably send you it. If I can have your email, I'll send it to that probably this weekend sometime. Once I get everything how I need it to be. It's gonna be worked on regularly by multiple people. Moments 3. You, me, one other person. I'm keeping this side very in the dark with each other, in case someone steps over a line, only one person gets burned.
Fair enough.
I pretty much have it that I am the in-between for people right now between them and Whisper. In time, if you're okay with it, you would be another.
Yeah, we'll have to see how things play out.
Yeah.
For now,
For now,
I'm just gonna be my usual cautious self
that's fair.
and do what you need done.
This is a group effort. This isn't... I don't mind providing direction, but I will not be making final calls. Not always.
That's fine. Just point me in a direction, and I'll see what I can do.
Fair enough. For now, we go back to the hospital.
Yeah.
I have to go pick up my car and have another chat. How much do you know about Eliza? New Epsilon.
Eliza, is it the cop?
No. He basically does most of the organizing for New Epsilon. He's just a civilian.
I've never heard of her.
Okay. Met with her a couple times, but... So, you get asked by the head of the family for what you've been up to. What information you can share. What are you sharing? Since you can't lie or omit.
Talking to Halen.
Okay.
He knows you're in the information brokering side of things.
Okay, so it's what, JC?
Yeah.
I had the idea, but wasn't fully sure.
Yeah, look, I mean, we're in a bit of a sensitive spot right now. There's reasons why we're taking steps to conceal our movements and what we're doing and who we are as a group.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
I'm sure
Jesus.
you of all people
Thanks
can
for staying
understand
around and
why.
hanging out. Have a good rest of your day.
So I wish I
Me
could
too,
tell
man.
you more.
Me
but
too.
Even though it isn't necessarily sensitive information, I think everything at this point is sensitive. So
A lot of
may
it
get to
is.
the hospital.
That's not easy.
That noise is bothering the shit out of me.
What, the helicopter?
Yeah, is that A1?
No, it wasn't.
Is your car parked on the
Yeah,
other side here?
other side. Alright. Well, glad we can finally catch up and I could finally tell you some of this. Boy, have I wanted to.
I'm glad you could too. Honestly, you've been pretty good at keeping it to yourself thus far. I didn't really have an inkling, but you know, glad I do now.
Yep. Alright. Stay safe out there, Gareth.
Yeah, me too.
Dr. Wyld, hello. Could I give you a call back?
Of course.
Incredible. Kiflam.
Bye.
Yeah. Mr. Top?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. No, thank you. I value my privacy. I suggest you do the same and stay with me making noodles.
But you
said to me that we're gonna hang out today.
Before. Yeah, we have.
You said yes, and we will continue doing this, hanging out together at the booth and making noodles and talking and making tea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's
And
right.
Mr. Tor is gonna continue chopping.
Okay, now you know what? You lost me.
Okay, you may not. You may just stand there and do nothing.
Like usual.
Yep, like
That's
usual.
crazy.
Oh, no, that she's right. I mean, what do I do really, right? I'm a master observer, you know.
Okay, guys, we just serve a customer. Hello, big dog.
Hey.
What can I get you?
Can I get 2 combos, please, with an extra drink?
I get you.
How much?
Please swipe your card. Yeah, you are very fast. You are very skillful.
Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Hope you enjoy and hope you have a great day.
You guys have a good one. Stay dry.
See ya, you too.
right. I will be right back. Bathroom. We'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right. Back. having to go review stuff because I forgot. I was when I last talked with Liza, which I think was like a while ago. Ah, there. Found it. Wait.
Yesterday, I had some mad shit on my first day, you know, right? I went out, I got picked up from here, went to the fucking, had like a little war fight with some fucking people I didn't even know. Blew up a fucking petrol tank, mate.
is gonna be done for today. Or probably today. Probably won't be streaming tonight. I am very tired. Not sleep very well. So I will. Those who are interested, tomorrow is a meeting with Naya as Whisper. So that. Accepted. After that, Saturday will be probably a very short, not a short stream, but like a day stream, a day till later in the evening. And then Sunday will probably be sometime. I'm unsure right now. I have things going on, but see, yeah, this is. You're watching the VOD, most likely are. This isn't going to be starting really pick up for at least. I'm doing a lot of planning. I'm gathering everything and trying to make sure I can set stuff up. It's when it starts to go, it accelerates instead of pauses. That's the whole idea. It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. But for that to happen, there needs to be a little bit of breathing room so people can act, learn, because news in the city can travel fast, also travel incredibly slow. And with how many people are usually on right now, it's going slower and slower. So now it's just prep work. So with that, you will have a good rest of your day, whatever time that is. Talk to you. See you all